Hey, YouTube, what's up, man? It's Joe D and Mark in the house here.
Hola.
Share beer, 341. Uh, it's a 341 share beer shows, man.
Wow. Remember when we did show 100 and that was a big deal? We're like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's the 100th show.
yeah. It
That
was
was 200. That was like 5 years ago.
it was a it was a big deal back then. 5 years ago, you think about it, it was a big deal back then for everybody. I
Uh,
mean, anybody would get to 100 reviews, 100
yeah.
shows. Would it was a big deal,
Yeah.
and now I don't seem to hear too much about 100,
No.
like
That's
I,
crazy.
some people are hitting like their 1,000th show or stuff like that,
Yeah.
500,
Yeah.
those are,
Greg's like, what, almost to 9. He's going to be at 2,000 beer reviews pretty soon.
dear God.
It's like at 1880 or 1890. I mean, it's going to be like, what, no, October, November. It's going to be sometime in January. He's going to hit number 2,000. It's just crazy.
It's nuts, man. I can't that's a lot of freaking beer, man.
Every day. I don't think he's missed some days when he took off when he did his motorcycle thing, but
Yeah,
outside of that, he's hit every day.
I think does he like pre-record some too and then
Yeah,
post them?
he does them in batches.
Yeah.
So I think he does 4 or 5 at a time. So by the time he gets to the 5th one, you can probably tell by the reviews. He gets down to the 5th one, it's like, oh, okay.
I used to batch review as well. I think
Mhm.
did you as well? And
I would do 2, but I wasn't posting every day. I was posting like 2 or 3 a week. But I do like on the weekend. I try to do all 3 during the weekend, something
yeah,
like that. Like a couple on Saturday, one on Sunday.
that's
Yeah.
what I would do. I would change shirts even. I would have different shirts. I would change shirts.
Hmm.
And yeah, by the time I got to my third or fourth one,
Yeah.
it was already, because you're having one warming up, one or two warm, even just, researching the different beers and stuff, and then
Uh-huh.
you do the review, and I'll kind of throw mine back pretty good. So
Hmm. Yeah. By the time you get to the 3rd or 4th one, you're well lubricated, as they say.
oh man, yeah, you're greased up pretty good, right? So
Yep.
uh went to a brewery here I haven't been to in a while. It was darn it, all of a sudden I forgot that I gotta look it up on my Untapped. Hmm. And it's not too far from me too. Yeah, how did I forget the name of that brewery? Wow.
You, you talked about was it last week you went through and highlighted all the breweries in the area there? I think it
Yeah, in the
was.
immediate area, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was let me see here. Uh, oh, Sun Up. Yeah, I went to
Son
Sun Up.
Okay.
Yeah. They had, okay, not only did they have a brown, their brown is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really, really smooth. It's just so nice. They had a ginger and molasses brown ale cask.
Oh, wow.
It was buttery smooth. It was, as far
Oh.
as the I mean, just it went down just buttery smooth. It was just so light.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have like even a medium mouthfeel. It was just a mouthfeel. It was just really light going down. But
Mm-hmm.
on the nose, when you smelled it, it it just had that, and not an overpowering ginger either. It just
Mm-hmm.
it had that real nice subtle. Well, not, it wasn't subtle. It was very forward, but it had that real nice, just pleasant ginger smell. It wasn't
Okay.
really overbearing, and you could smell the molasses in it too.
Ooh. Okay. Ginger and molasses. That's interesting.
It was a very in a brown ale. It was cask. It was very good. Oh
Ooh. That does sound good, actually.
man, it was. I was like, so we had a conversation about crowlers because I'm like, can I have a crowler of this? Do you have a
Mm-hmm.
crowler? She says, no, but we have, small growlers,
Mm-hmm.
the 32 ounce ones. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Yeah.
I was there on a Saturday. I don't know how good it would have been today. Cask. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. If it comes out of a cask, it's kind of, they're kind of, I mean, that's kind of flat anyway, because it's not
yeah,
carbonated. It's
right.
just whatever natural carbonation there is. I mean, a little bit of fizz,
Yeah.
but it's not like a regular beer. So, yeah. I mean, if you kept it completely full and put it immediately in the fridge, you'd probably be fine.
Yeah, see, that was another issue. I wasn't heading straight. Well, I guess I
Oh.
was. I guess I ended up coming straight back here,
Hmm.
but um, I didn't necessarily know that at the time. I had one more stop to make. So yeah, but it was fantastic beers. Their porter is
Hmm.
really good. Now, I'm sitting there, crushing these beers, and I'm like, why haven't I been here in a while? It's really not that far from where I'm
Yeah.
at
Okay.
because it's all freeway, really. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
not. It's like what maybe half a dozen exits before my
Hmm.
exit when I'm leaving work. So
Okay. Yeah.
I might make that an after work stop.
What
on
time do they open? Let's see.
Well, on Saturdays when I get off on Saturdays.
Okay. Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
get off on Saturday, well, it's not even morning anymore. The Saturdays are typically my 14 to 15, sometimes 16-hour
So you're
days.
getting
So
done at 11, like 10:30 to noon, something like that.
exactly.
Whew, that's a long day. It wouldn't take many beers to kind of help close out the day after that.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe, man. Because I get up at 7 for work. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then and then go do the whole work thing. And heck, I got off then at noon, and then I by the time I go check my mail, which takes me about another half hour maybe on top of
Hmm.
that, and then ended up over there. That's another half hour, so it's another hour passed by.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you've been up 18 hours at that point,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
Then I sat there, had a few beers, and then went back here, slept 2 hours, and then got up and I had something else I had to do. So
Busy man, busy man.
yeah, it's a lot of.
Wow. That's that's a long day. You
It's
got
definitely not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, yeah,
it's all good.
yeah.
But anyway, they make some fantastic beers over there too. Sun Up. So if someone's coming here, uh, that'd be definitely a brewery to check out.
Hmm.
I was there, like I said, Saturday. So oof, very good.
Good stuff.
And yourself, any new beers this weekend for?
Actually, yeah, I'm drinking one that I thought I logged, but I bought a 6-pack of it. This Green Flash Soul Style.
I've been now. See, since we talked about Green Flash, I've been paying attention,
Hmm.
and yeah,
And this is their pretty. I guess it's probably just their single IPA. It's 6.5%, 75 IBUs. So it's like a little milder version of their what's the West Coast IPA, which is that's like 7.5 or something like that.
mhm.
And this is it's really tasty.
Now someone had posted. I don't know if you've seen those show notes, but someone had posted the differences between. I think because we had compared Green Flash to Stone, and
Mm-hmm.
and I think they said without looking at their post, I just going strictly off of memory, which we're screwed,
Yeah.
right? But I think it was Stone. They said was the number fourth or fifth
Okay.
on as far as like size of craft breweries, barrels,
Okay. All right.
and they said Green Flash was like 98th or something like
Wow.
that. It
Okay. So
was,
they're more of a local. Yeah. I mean, they distribute all over, but yeah. But
what,
comparatively to Stone or something,
or
yeah.
maybe I should look at their post. I mean, and that's strictly
Mm-hmm.
going by that viewer's
Mm-hmm.
uh, information. It was, and then that's going off of my memory of his
Mm-hmm.
information, which is bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, but I figured, and me and you talked about it more. I figured we could cover some of the NFL. I mean, why not cover
Oh
some
yeah.
sports? Beer news is definitely slow. and then we'll pick up with just a very little bit of beer news that I have. I don't really have too much. But week 5 in the NFL is another good one. The NFL is so well balanced right now. You just never know who's going to win.
Yeah, there's a lot of parity in the NFL now.
A lot. And so to me, it's just fun to even talk about, because it's just a great sport, man. I love it. And what do we do most when we drink beer? We sit around and watch sports. No matter where you're at in the globe, most of us will have a beer at some point in a pub where they're having a few TVs and your version of football.
Yep. Yep, that is true. Right? That is true.
Well, I don't know how many Indianapolis or Houston fans we've had in here. I don't know that we've had. Have we ever had anybody from Indianapolis? Houston, I think so.
Yeah. Well, Skylar's down there. Skylar's down in Houston area. Indianapolis. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen here. That way it's a little more. It's not so. But you had Indianapolis, Indianapolis, and Houston. I feel bad for Houston because I watched their HBO special, that Hard Knocks.
Oh, okay.
And man, their coach gets you fired up to play some football, man. That dude. I don't know if you watch Hard Knocks at all, but
I've seen a little bit. I haven't watched. Yeah.
This past season's Hard Knocks was pretty good. If you get HBO and you can watch it, check it out. He gets you pretty fired up to play some football.
You know? Then they go out and lose. He's like,
I don't know that they've won a game this year. Let's see.
They got beat up pretty bad. What was it, week before? Who beat them? Was it? It was Atlanta. Didn't Atlanta crush them the week before? Like 48-20 or something?
Yeah. It's see, they're 1-4. At least the Rams, we've won 2 games.
Wow.
But yeah, they're 1-4. I really feel bad for them. But in any case, the Colts are doing much better at 3-2. So that part's good. And the Bears, man, check out the Bears. I mean, them going, they actually won. They're actually 2-3 now. Who lit the fire in their ass? Look at that. I mean, that 18-17 against Kansas City.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a rivalry there.
A lot of people were predicting Kansas City would be pretty good this year. They're 1-4. Look at that record. 0-2 at home.
Oh, and have they played anybody in conference? I mean, this was an out-of-conference game, all right? Yeah, Chicago, Kansas City. But I wonder what their conference record is. Well, Denver, I think Denver beat them. Was it last week or the week? Denver beat Kansas City.
Yeah. And that was another close one. That was another close one.
Yeah.
Seattle falls to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got a hell of a team this year so far. 5-0. Of course, if you're 5-0, you're 3-0 at home. But Seattle's 2-3. One of those losses was to the Rams. Yes, thank you very much. Seattle's so far a disappointment for them. I know they would definitely love to have what they've got their running back out, right?
What's his beast mode dude?
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, right?
Lynch, that's right. Yeah, Lynch is out. I know they had what's his name come back on defense. He settled his. Well, he didn't even settle the contract. He just put it to the side, right? What is it there?
Okay, that was the guy that was holding out, wasn't he?
Yeah,
and he's like,
hold out. And it seemed like when he came back, they won 2 games. So it seemed like he was the answer. But now. I think they've won 1 and lost 1 now, or no, they lost 2 now, right?
Okay.
something like that since he
2-3.
came back.
Not a very good road record there. 0-3. That's not very
Yeah.
good. Got to turn that around. And
and then what's going on? I know Atlanta won this game, but man, watching it, Washington was doing pretty damn good there for a while, man. This was
Atlanta won they won in overtime too, I think.
There was 3 overtime games.
Yeah.
I know for you they're all afternoon games, right? But for me, that's the morning games. Heck, you know what? I think for 3/4 of the country, it's right because we have 4 time zones?
3.
3 time
No,
zones.
what? Yeah, Eastern. No, 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you include Mountain, yeah.
So we have 4 time zones in this country. So for 3/4 of the country, you have morning, afternoon, and evening games. But for the Eastern time zone, you have just pretty much afternoon and evening games, right?
Yeah.
So
I think about the earliest they'll start a game on the East Coast is maybe 12:30, something like that.
So that late game, what time does that game start for you, Mark? Because for me, that game starts at
the Sunday night football game.
Yeah,
it starts at 8 or 8:30.
Wow.
I mean, and I never, I watch maybe the first half, which gets me to 10:15, 10:30, and I'm like, okay, I got to go to bed. Because Monday morning comes way too soon.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've watched a full Sunday night football game in years, just because
it's so late.
It's not worth the pain and suffering for the rest of the week because I stay up late Sunday night, so I'm kind of tired on Monday, and then Monday night is bowling, so I'm up late anyway Monday, and then Tuesday, of course, share a beer. So I mean, you gotta allow an extra hour or so after, just to kind of chill out a little bit before you go to bed. And then, so yeah, if I stay up late Sunday, then I'm messed up for a couple of days. I don't really catch up till Wednesday night usually. But the way work's been going, I end up working late anyway Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah.
Yeah, well, and then you've got the Thursday game. That Thursday game's got to be late for you as well, huh?
I don't even watch the Thursday game. Thursday is usually just eat dinner, read a book, listen to some music, and go to bed.
I always wonder how people on the East Coast do it, because
I don't know. The news comes on at 11 here, and I never during the week, and even on the weekends. Hell, half the time we're asleep by 11 o'clock on the weekends.
I couldn't even imagine stuff coming on. For me, I've been a West Coast person or a West part of the country person so long that
I mean, we're still not used to it. I mean, living in Colorado all those years, the late news would come on at 10, and you could, that was okay. But no, 11 o'clock for new, although they have some channels here do 10 o'clock newscast, but I don't know how people, watch Monday Night Football and then get up and go to work the next morning, because by the time it gets done, it's 11:30.
Wow. Yeah.
And then if you're getting up and going into work at any time and, early in the morning, you got to get up early to fight your way through the traffic, so you're getting like 5 hours of sleep, and, 1 or 2 nights is fine, but you string a couple of nights of those together and it's not fun.
Yeah, for me, heck, that game's over. Well, it usually ends when I start work, so that's sometime around 8:30.
That's right, about 11:30 is usually when the games finish up.
So it's if I was a regular working person, you know what I'm saying? That's doable right there. Starts at what 5, I think, or
Like probably around 5:30, something like that.
Because right now we're still on California time.
Started at 8:30 Eastern, or 8:15, 8:30. So yes, that'd have been 5:15, 5:30. It was in San Diego last night, wasn't it? Yeah, San Diego.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. So
that's definitely a more respectable time. You know what I'm saying? Like you could actually see going to a bar or something like that, getting a little hammered. That's hard to take. But in any case, that was one of the that was the whole point, was because for me the 3 of the morning games were overtime games, and so very, very interesting too. You know, all the way to a lot of. I mean, the parity is just so nuts. Like you just never know. Washington now is 2-3. I mean, I don't know who lit the fire in their ass, but I mean, they came close to winning this game. They came close to giving Atlanta their first loss. So, Atlanta was at home. So,
yep, they're doing good so far this year. It'd be interesting to see that. I guess they figure they got to do because they're building a new dome. You know, they're gonna have that new $1 billion dome or whatever that they got. They got to sell all the sell all the seat licenses for, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, man. Oh, so but this game I did not watch. But Tampa Bay's also 2-3. I mean, that's pretty good for Tampa Bay. I know they were not doing well at all. So I think Jameis Winston's starting to put together some plays finally, right? Looks like he was 13 of 19.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
13 and 19. Yeah, 13 and 19.
Yeah, 1 TD, couple 100 yards.
Yeah,
2 sacks, not too bad really.
Yeah,
I mean, but it takes a while. I mean, even to learn the system, and I mean, it's just so much faster at the pro level than it is at college. Even if you're coming from a top tier college school, I mean, the difference is, just take the fastest guys. Like the top 3 fastest guys from every fast school in college, and then there's your NFL.
Do you play the what do you call that, fantasy?
No, I just don't. I don't have enough time. It seems like to. I did. I do like the office college football pool, which I'm sucking at this year. I'm like near the bottom. Second from the bottom. There's only one person below me. Like I said, I just made my donation. Everybody else can win my money.
Yeah, I don't play the fantasy, but this is Philadelphia. I mean, check this out: 39-17 over New Orleans. Now I seen New Orleans when they came here. Drew Brees was still playing. When they came here to Phoenix, and they look bad. I mean, they just look bad.
Oh, really? Okay.
Both teams actually made a lot of mistakes in that game, but Arizona did come out on top on that one. But it was just a matter of who was going to make fewer mistakes in that game, because there was several made.
Yeah.
But Philadelphia finally putting something together here. It looks like Sam Bradford had a hell of a game. That's our old quarterback. Chip Kelly is, got to be patting himself on the shoulder. Got to be happy that finally his offense is kind of clicking. So
32 of 45. That's pretty solid.
It's pretty good. 333 yards.
70% completion ratio.
No sacks. So that's a winning combination right there.
The offensive line is doing their job.
He had 20 carries for DeMarco Murray. So that's, pretty good.
And there you go. Drew Brees sacked 5 times.
Exactly.
I mean, isn't it almost every? I mean, it's pretty rare to see a quarterback that isn't sacked at least once in an NFL game. I mean, to see no sacks I think that's pretty unusual. But Drew got enough for 2 right there. He got 5. So
oh my God, 5! Yeah, that's just nuts, right? This is another game I didn't watch. Cleveland take Baltimore. I didn't watch that game.
33-30.
Baltimore's 1-4. I mean, what's going on with that? You don't see too many teams, at least in the past, score 33 points on Baltimore. I mean, they had that defense, and look at those numbers. Joe Flacco, 19 for 35. Man, that's.
Well, he was the third-rated rusher for Baltimore. 2 carries for 2 yards.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, this looks like it was a defense. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's 33-30, but I mean, there's just not rushing yards. Cleveland rushing yards, 83 total.
Mm-hmm.
And what were the okay, 422 yards passing. That's how they did it. Yeah.
And Josh, it looks like McCown's finally turning into their quarterback, right? I know they got Johnny Football sitting on the bench.
Johnny Football's going to have a short-lived NFL career, I think.
You think so? Yeah.
I think he's going to be like, what's this? Is this his second year? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All that drama.
2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
And he'll be, if he stays in, he's going to be like a journeyman quarterback going from team to team to team, probably. So.
He looked halfway decent in the games he's played this year, or maybe one of them. Right? How many games did he play in this year?
I don't even know.
But I know he looked halfway decent. But if he can keep himself cleaned up, and you know what I'm saying, off the sauce.
Stop making stupid ass comments and just play football. Quit shooting your mouth off and just get out there and just prove it by doing stuff on the field, and you don't have to talk.
Now we had my Rams fall to Green Bay in Green Bay, 24-10. Green Bay's 5-0. I mean, they just look really good. Aaron Rodgers is on fire. I mean, he's pretty good. But we did give Aaron Rodgers 2 sacks at home. I don't know that he's been sacked at home in forever. And 2 interceptions, and he hasn't been intercepted in I forget how many games.
Yeah.
So he'll remember our name, that's for sure. Just like the Steelers remember our name. We took away Big Ben. So
yes, you did. With an illegal chop block. No, I don't know what it was. Anything to win, I guess. Yeah, anything to win.
I mean, when you look at Nick Foles, 3 sacks for 18 yards, 4 interceptions. One of those was pick 6. You take away that pick 6, and then I don't know if they're showing it or not, but let's see if they show the special teams. No, they're not. They're not returns, kicking. Yeah, Zerloin was 1 for 4. He missed 3 field goals.
Oh, yeah, there's 9 points right there. Even if he made 2 of them, I mean, that's
exactly.
That's another 3 or 6.
And it's 2. I haven't had a chance to follow up and see if the Rams bought any more kickers in to kind of fire him up a little bit. But I know Zerloin's a hell of a kicker, so I can't see them getting rid of him for that. But if he has too many more games like that, they'll damn sure.
He's gonna be on the golf course here pretty soon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Kickers make good golfers. I don't know why.
That is true, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of good kickers. I don't think he wants to be playing golf quite yet.
Tennessee fell to Buffalo. I did not. That's another game I didn't see. Well, let's see. If they were in Tennessee, that had to be an early game, right? Yeah, I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch that one at all.
Probably on at like 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be an early game. It's cool too because you can go to a bar. Early games here right now start at 10. So you can go to a bar and have breakfast and yeah. So it's pretty cool. You can have a few beers with your breakfast, and you can get you a nice breakfast burrito at your local bar, and wash it down with a bunch of $3 22-ounce domestic drafts.
Budweiser.
Yeah. It is one of the few. On Sundays is when I do drink the big boys. I'll drink Miller Lite typically. But in any case, Buffalo's 3-2, 14-13 over Tennessee. I kind of like Mariota, man. I'd like to see him do good.
He seems like a good guy. I think he's going to end up doing well. He can stay injury-free.
Yeah, he's just got to stay injury-free. That's the and Detroit. Did you see this game? Of course, I watched it here because it was the afternoon game for us, and of course, bars fill up to watch the Cardinals here. So
Yeah.
It looked like Detroit was going to do something at first. I mean, you look at the rundown of the game here. The first quarter it was 7-0, so it looked like they were like finally going to show up for a game and possibly do something. And then you look at that second quarter, 28-0. It quickly turned around, and then it went downhill from there. So, yeah, it was a pretty. They still had like 2 sacks on Palmer. I even forget. Because I was in the bar having a lot of those Miller Lights, and so yeah, I don't remember too much from that game, especially because it was such a blowout. After that second quarter, it was just like, why even keep up with that? But yeah, poor Detroit, man. I mean, it feels like that season again when they didn't win a single game. It just has that feeling.
They're on their way. They're third way through the season. No wins.
They're well on their way. They're ass opposite of the Bengals right now. You know, so Patriots in Dallas. You knew this was going to happen. I mean, the Dallas just looks horrible without all those starters in. I mean, they're all the homosexuals right now are crying in their beer. So they're all crying in their beer right now.
Yeah.
Not
they
like
should be crying margaritas.
This is the one game. Yeah, crying margaritas. Yeah, exactly. Right now, lime margarita and bananas. We got to mention that. So right now, this was the game for me that I was like, I cannot root for the Patriots. That's for sure. I don't like either team. So it was like, I hope Dallas falls in this game. I know they'll fall, but I cannot root for Brady and the Patriots. I still can't stand the Patriots. So both these teams I love to hate.
But obviously they're not affected by you not feeling very good about them. They're still forming well. They're like, oh, whatever. Jody doesn't like us.
Yeah, Jody.
Like, oh, whatever. His loss. We're gonna go ahead and win.
Well, do you see it did affect him, because see that 20 for 27 right there? That would have been at least one more higher. That would have been 21.
Yeah, that's true.
So Tom Brady
was thinking about it. He's like, oh,
exactly. Yeah, that would have been a little higher. Denver 16-10 over Oakland. Huge rivalry game. Huge. Huge rivalry.
Probably the biggest is probably Oakland and Kansas City, or they're probably their two traditional rivalries.
Yeah, it's almost like whoever plays Oakland is just going to be nasty, But Oakland, Denver, Oakland, Kansas City, bad.
Yeah, look at Denver 5-0. Everybody's going fanatic. They're going crazy in Denver right now.
And it's almost like, how in the hell?
Zach might even go to a game now. What do you think?
I mean, you look at this. Look at Peyton Manning though. It's like how did they win it? 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. I know Zach's going crazy because he just absolutely loves Denver.
Oh yeah, he's like, I gotta get a seat. I gotta go to the next game.
Hurry up and play home, guys, so I can go to another game. And then New York winning over San Francisco, right? That's huge right there. That's another Manning having another win. And he had a hell of a game. You look at this, man. 41
yards.
Yeah. That's a hell of a game. 1 interception. That's pretty good. QBR of 90.6. That's excellent.
Pretty good.
And Kaepernick also had a decent game. It's just not enough to win. So
he had a really solid game actually, but not enough against Eli. If he just loses like 1 or 2 tattoos, he'll probably win more. It's weighing down his arm. I think all that ink is weighing his arm down.
Now, this is one you got to be proud of because for Pittsburgh, now this is for me, this is interesting because of course we took out Big Ben, so they're but they've been doing all right. Some people were really concerned about Pittsburgh and how they were going to do, but
no, they're hanging in there. I mean, if Roethlisberger comes back, I mean they'll still be in a good enough position, I think.
And what are they looking at? A couple more weeks for him, or
I think it was 4 to 6 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, they showed him on the field last night, kind of tossing the ball around, but he's not coming back for another couple of weeks probably.
Yeah, but
He'll be back in November.
For them, this is an interesting week, right? Because they have the Thursday night game, don't they?
Do they? Oh, that sucks. You have like 2.5 days. That can't be. Wow.
And they've got to fly from San Diego back and play that Thursday nighter.
Yeah, if they play that's pretty unfair because they finished at whatever time, 8:30 San Diego. So, I mean, they got on the plane at 11, which is 2 a.m. Pittsburgh. They got back at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and then they got like a day and a half. Wow.
Yeah, because that's right. Yeah, see, they're playing the Cardinals.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I remember them talking about it
on Sunday. No, they're playing. That's Sunday.
Oh, is it Sunday? The 18th?
Yeah, 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock in Chicago, I guess. I mean,
no, it's in Pittsburgh.
That's an early game. That's like the first game.
Yeah, because it's.
Or is that 10 o'clock your time? That's probably 10 o'clock your time. Yeah. So
yeah, no, that's my time.
Yeah, 1 o'clock Eastern. So, okay.
Because for us, the games that are on the East Coast are generally the early games.
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Okay.
Generally. Yeah, no, anytime you see here is going to be my time.
Yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, 1 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But that would be really terrible if you play Monday night on the West Coast, then you fly back to Pitt. Then you have you'd only have 2 days. And imagine how sore after you play a game, you're probably sore to begin with, and then you've got to cram yourself into even first class seats for those guys are not huge. I mean, you're just going to be stiff and sore, and it probably takes you a couple of days just to get over that.
Yeah.
Those guys they're not going to probably practice until probably tomorrow at the earliest. They'll probably do like a Wednesday afternoon, just kind of like a walkthrough type thing. They'll probably do pads on Thursday or Friday. Yeah,
that's a good point, Mark, because we don't think about that too much. They go from that Sunday game like that, and then if they play the Thursday game, we don't think about like just the everyday stuff, just being sore, just from a sore aspect, just from being able to even flat move around and then play another game. Now the reward on the other end is you get 10 days off, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of tight. But the guys, even the people that do a Sunday, regular Sunday to Thursday, I mean, that's still not that long. So they're that's a tough turnaround. I mean, I never played football, but everybody I know, I've known a couple guys that played in the pros, and they're like, it would take me 2 or 3 days before I could even really start feeling normal again. You're just sore, and you get, especially once you get a few years in, I mean, you get beat up.
I've heard I've heard similar things from the interviews of some of the players. They say on a Sunday game it's Tuesday or Wednesday before you're getting back to
actually being able to like move around and yeah.
I mean, when you when you go to the games, man, and you just see how big these guys are, man, you're just like, and then you see them catch balls and just take off like of course I'll use the Rams for an example. Tavon Austin, when you see him catch a ball and just haul ass, it's amazing. You're just like, whoo, that guy is, I mean, he's fast watching him, let alone trying to be on a field playing him. You know what I'm saying?
What is he? He's probably 6'4", 220, 230, something like that. And he can probably run a 4.4, 4.5 40. I mean, yeah.
I don't know that he's that big. I think Tavon Austin's smaller.
Okay.
But
still, yeah.
But in any case, yeah, it's still. But some of the other guys, dear God, some of the linemen, when you see them, man, you're like, oh yeah, it's sick. You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just you're like
No, and
having to
some
get
of the,
hit by that guy does not sound good.
no, and a lot of the NFL linemen, I mean, they might be 280 to 310. I mean, that's probably the average size right now. And a lot of those guys will run a sub 540. I mean, they're quick. I mean, they're big, but they're fast too. It's just amazing. Talk about
Yeah,
athletes.
yeah. Here's that. And now I can bring up this player because a lot of people have Tavon for fantasy, so I can bring this up, and they're probably
Oh,
screaming
okay. Yeah, he's a little guy. 5'8",
yeah
175.
yeah. But he's fast as all hell. He's a
Yeah.
damn good fantasy guy. If you've got him for fantasy, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he's making some points on fantasy.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Splits. Yeah, that's 5'8", 175. I mean, he's solid, but he's not that tall. Yeah, but he's probably got like a 40-inch vertical leap too.
Yeah, he's
I have the same vertical leap as he does, minus 35 inches.
Yeah,
But,
hey,
yeah,
I'm
good for 5 or 6 inches vertical leap.
Yeah, vertical. Yeah,
5 or 6 inches vertical leap.
Yeah, and I can leap a MacBook Pro with no problem at all, bro.
Okay.
No problem at all. You put a MacBook Pro in front of me, I'll jump right over it, man.
I
Swear to
can do a
God.
MacBook Pro and an iPad. End to end.
Yeah.
Add an iPhone, and that iPhone might be getting crushed.
Yeah. 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 It's like, no, I'm not one for jumping. That's for sure. Yeah. But I'll spend a little bit of time, very little. We're in the last 10 minutes of the show here, but a very little amount of time on this story again, because it's not going to go anywhere. It seems like Anheuser-Busch, InBev, SAB Miller reach an agreement in principle now on a $104 billion US transaction here. This is crazy. That's just like monopoly money to me. I don't even know what that is, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still got to get approved by the
Right.
which is probably not going to happen. Entitled to receive 44.1 cash partial shares available. Wow, that's crazy. 100 billion. That's even big for Dr. Evil. $104 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash.
Wow. Well, that's just a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's monopoly money. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Someone tells me that number, I'm like, yeah. I mean,
that's 104 with 9 zeros after it is what that is. Right? Yeah, 104,000 million. Yeah, billion. Yep. Wow.
I don't even know how many zeros that is, Mark. Yeah,
That's
I mean, you got me. I mean, like I said, I have no idea. That's just.
Yeah, it's a crazy amount of money.
But yeah, that's the. I guess I could put the link. But if someone's actually interested in seeing the possible deal there, because it's like monopoly money to me, man. I'm like, that is just.
Yeah, well, that shows you how much money there is in beer. Really, I mean.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, did I? Oh yeah, man. I didn't have the Q&A up. Poor Bum's commenting over here, and I haven't. So he said, "What happened last week? There was obviously a recorded show, but he couldn't. Oh, he couldn't watch it live on YouTube or Google Plus. I don't know. But when something like that happens, I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're asking me, that's the wrong guy. Wrong pay grade.
Yeah. We're lucky just to get the thing on every once in a while.
And that's why, like, even this week I posted, I reshared the show so it could go back up to the top. So if people are having a hard time finding it on Google Plus, it should have went back to the top in my post.
Yeah, it did. It went back to join
and then
the link.
I did put the link on the post and in the show this time. So hopefully trying to make it easier, because that still seems to be the problem with Google Plus, is trying to get in these darn things. Now I do hear in the tech world, they're still bashing. They've just been bashing Google Plus since it started. They just been waiting for this thing to shut down. It's not. I don't think it's going anywhere, because even the people that don't like it use it for this. This is the only place you can do this for this.
Exactly.
And have it recorded right away. So it's
YouTube is, to have it recorded and go to YouTube most of the time, except every once in a while, but most of the time they have it recorded and go to YouTube, which is like the second or third biggest search engine in the world. So many people, you can find anything on YouTube. So
anything, anything's on it. It's like and then of course, if it's in YouTube, it's going to be in the Google, and that's where you want to be. So it's
I don't think Google Plus is going anywhere. It's not going to be. When they started it, I think they thought it would be like the next Facebook, or take over Facebook or something like that, and that's not going to happen. There's just no way. But it'll be a niche. It'll be a niche thing that real people go to.
To me, what's funny is because I heard some of the tech bloggers talking about it, and they were, they love to make fun of it. And they're waiting for the day it's just going to shut down, and I think that's in some ways what makes it kind of cool for the rest of us that do use it, is that not everyone's here. It's kind of like our own private little social network.
What like they say, what is it? Leo Laporte says, Facebook is like where you want to go when you want to see all your family and friends. Google Plus is where you go when you want to just hang out with people with the same interest you have, type of thing. I think that's it.
Yeah, he said it's the conspiracy. Let's see, it's a conspiracy between Google, the Illuminati, and the Trilateral Commission.
I think so, Bum. Take that tinfoil hat off your head and
remove foil hat. Yeah,
Jekyll. And I live pretty close to Jekyll Island, isn't that the whole thing where the Jekyll Island, the people that got together, that's the whole conspiracy of how they created the Fed, and it's meant to take over the world and government and everything. So I guess so. Yeah, it probably is. Google Plus is just a tool for the Illuminati to use to take over the world.
Right. There's I lost my train of thought. Screw it. It went whew, right?
Off the tracks. Your train of thought went off the tracks.
Did you see that cloud? It was just like
It wasn't really a cloud. It was more just like a faint puff of smoke.
That's actually that's more correct right there. Yeah, because a cloud would mean there was stuff to actually burn. There's nothing to actually burn. It just it was dust actually in this case. Yeah, it was just dust. Yes. Now there is this. We've talked about this a lot. I'm just going to go into it a little bit here. We have a few minutes left. Pumpkin beer, the quintessential American brew to love or hate. Yeah. Right. Pumpkin beer is becoming the Dallas Cowboys of beers, right? Yeah. Seasonal beers. It's you're not going to ignore it because it's just too big. A pumpkin anything, pumpkin spice or pumpkin this, or it's too big a flavor in America, at least, to just ignore. So yeah, some love hate. It's love hate for some people, right? This particular one that they're showing here in this picture, I know I've had it. Upslope. The heck, that's
Probably
That's a
Colorado.
local. Is Upslope? Is
I
that
know.
Colorado?
I know the guy that's writing this is a Denver Post.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, Upslope. Yeah, in Boulder. There you go.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, and he says here the only Colorado brewery to win a Great American Beer Festival medal for pumpkin beer.
Winston Farms. Huh. So that's how they do it. Because we always talk about how pumpkin beers come out early, so it must be last year's pumpkin and everything.
Yeah.
And so they got a farmer to actually plant baby pumpkins in March. So they would have,
Baby bear pumpkins
to
in March to use protective measures to allow the gourds to grow off season, right?
Okay. So they probably put them in, put those little plastic covers. Okay, so that means that they can actually get like fresh pumpkin in May or June to brew their beer to release August 1st, which is too damn early. But
so yeah, that's what's happening and we don't think about that. We think it's like fake pumpkin or pumpkin that they saved, and this is actually fresh pumpkin. It's just they're getting clever with how to grow it. So that's they're hitting it where it starts, right? With the
have people asking when our pumpkin ale is going to be released, starting in early summer. That's too early.
Yeah, it's a very ritualistic beer. Pumpkin beers are a very big part of that time of year. It's like the first time you put on a sweatshirt in the fall. It's a rite of passage. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so it says to others, it's a seasonal gimmick. A concoction that tastes like pumpkin spice latte or pulp. Yeah. No, there are some good pumpkin beers. I just think there's too many of them too early. But
yeah, many breweries try to make the quintessential version with beers that taste like pumpkin pie replicas. There are porters, stouts, boozy ales with names like Belgians, Pump Kick, Bull and Bush's. What is that?
Ghoul Fuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunken Pumpkin. Oh my gourd. That's a good one. I like that. Oh my gourd. Bornoz's Pumpkin Booty. Ichabod's Revenge. Pumpkin Dale.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not. It's definitely not going away. It's one of those styles that just gets more and more. I mean, there was end caps of it there was whole end caps of that whole style at Total Wine. That's for sure.
Yep, there is. I was just in Total Wine on Saturday. Yeah, and they had two end caps with pumpkin beers. So.
Yeah, and it's the same thing for. I was buying some creamer for my coffee. They had an end cap of different pumpkin spiced creamers.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, it ain't going anywhere.
Coffee, pumpkin, creamer, pumpkin. Yeah, everything pumpkin.
Yeah. If you don't have a pumpkin something right now, forget about it, right?
Yeah. You're behind everybody else in the marketing side. You like a pumpkin. Yeah. Pretty much pumpkin everything.
I wonder if like Astrolube has a pumpkin flavor.
Astrolube. I'm sure they do.
Pumpkin spice your Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, I waited till the end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did.
I waited. I was a good boy all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So
59.5 minutes. That's not bad.
So if that's the only way I see it missing. Like I don't see Trojan with pumpkin spice anything.
Or pumpkin ribbed or something like that.
You would think, whoa, that would be something, wouldn't it? If it had the
pumpkin
deals.
Yeah.
Instead of ribbed, it's pumpkin ribbed.
Yep, pumpkin ribbed. Pumpkin tickler.
Okay, man.
Well, I think we just came up with a new idea. I mean, don't be surprised next year because everybody watches this show.
I mean, come on, we're worldwide.
Next year, there's probably going to be pumpkin something condoms out there.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, pumpkin coffee creamer. I mean, why not pumpkin condoms?
Serious, right? Like that's funny. Okay, man. We'll let you get to any wings happening this week.
No, I think I'm just gonna do a burger. I've still got birthday cheesecake left over, so I'm gonna have some cheesecake.
Ooh.
Burger, and I'm gonna have another beer too.
Nice.
So.
Man, I went to the Outback Saturday night. I haven't been there in a long time. It was pretty good.
Really good steak. I haven't been to Outback in a few years at least. Yeah.
Oh, it was at least a dozen years for me. I hadn't been there, and it was pretty good. Yeah, I had 14-ounce ribeye, medium, of course. I get mine medium, and nice little crust on the outside. It was good. Good.
Nice and pink and bloody in the middle. All just right at bloody. Yeah, in the middle. Good stuff. Yeah. Oh, nothing like a good steak.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right, brother. All right. We'll see you, man, next week.
See ya. Have a good one.
Peace out.